Hello students, welcome to this lecture, one arithmetic progression. So in this lecture, we'll continue exercise 5.3. So in our previous lecture, we have started exercise 5.3. Okay, so this lecture basically continuation of exercise 5.3. So now let us solve question number 16. So in this question, we have asked a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding prize, then find the value of each of the prizes. Okay, so basically here a sum of 700 rupees is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. Okay, and each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding price. So this situation, we can represent this situation as an AP. Okay, and we can find the value of each of the prizes. So here let the cost of first prize be P and cost of second prize be P minus 20. Then the cost of third prize, this is equal to P minus 40. Okay, so it can be observed that the cost of these prices are in an AP and having common difference as minus 20 and the first term as P. Okay, so here the first term A is equal to P and the common difference D is equal to minus 20. So given that sum of 7 terms is 7, this is equal to 700. And we know the formula Sn, that is equal to n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so here we have n is equal to 7 and S7 is equal to 700. So 7 by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1, 7 minus 1 times d, this is equal to 700. Okay, and it implies 2a plus 6 times minus 20. This is divisible by 2. This divided by 2. This is equal to 100. And it implies a plus 3 into minus 20. This is equal to 100. And it implies a minus 60. This is equal to 100. And it implies a is equal to 160. Therefore, the value of each of the prices are rupees 160, rupees 140, rupees 120, rupees 100, rupees 80, rupees 60, rupees 40. Okay, so the value of each of the prices are this. Okay, now let us solve this question number 17. So in this question, it said to us, in a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. And it was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12. Okay, so there are 3 sections of each class. So how many trees will be planted by the students? So we have to give answer how many trees will be planted by the students. So let us solve this problem. So it can be observed that the number of trees planted by the students is in an AP. Okay, so that are basically the list of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, from 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dot, 12. Okay, so the first term A is equal to 1 and the common difference D is equal to second term minus first term, that is equal to 2 minus 1, and this is equal to 1. Okay, so sum of first n terms Sn, this is equal to number of terms divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times D. Okay, And now S12, this is equal to 12 by 2 times 2 times 1 plus 12 minus 1 times 1. Okay. And if we calculate it, then we'll get this is equal to 6 times 2 plus 11, that is equal to 6 times 13. This is equal to 78. Okay. So therefore, number of trees planted by one section of the classes is equal to 78. Okay. So the number of trees planted by one class is 78, and number of trees planted by three sections of the classes, this is equal to 3 times 78, that is equal to 234. Okay, so therefore 234 trees will be planted by the students. Okay, so now let us move to question number 18. So in this question, it's said to us a spiral is made up of six successive semicircles with centers alternatively at A and B, starting with center at A of radius 0.5 centimeter, 1.0 centimeter, 2.0 centimeter, and dot 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 as shown in figure 5.4. Okay, so what is the total length of such a spiral made up of 13 consecutive semicircles? And here take the approximation value of pi. This is equal to 22 by 7. So here we have given some hint. So here length of successive semicircle is L1, L2, L3, L4, dot 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 with centers A, B, A, B, dot 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 respectively. Okay. So let us solve this problem. So here semi-perimeter of the circle, that is equal to pi r. You know the perimeter of the circle, that is equal to 2 pi r. So semi means half of the half. Okay, so semi perimeter of the circle, this is equal to pi times r. Okay, and here the value of pi is equal to 22 by 7, and the value of r is here 0. For first terms 0.5, for second 1, for third 1.5. Okay, so L of 1, this is equal to pi times 0.5, that is equal to pi by 2 centimeter. And L2, this is equal to pi times 1, that is equal to pi centimeter. And L3, this is equal to pi times 1.5, and this is equal to 3 pi by 2 centimeter. Okay, so L1, this is equal to pi by 2 centimeter. L2, this is equal to pi centimeter. L3, this is equal to 3 pi by 2 centimeter. Okay, so therefore L1, L2, L3, that is the length of the semicircle are in an AP. Okay, so here pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, dot dot dot, this list of numbers basically forms an arithmetic progression. Okay, so now here the first term is equal to pi by 2, and the common difference d, this is equal to pi minus pi by 2, that is equal to pi by 2. Okay, so the first term is pi by 2 and the common difference d is equal to pi by 2, and sum of first 13 terms, that is S13, is 4. We know that the sum of n terms of an AP is given by Sn. This is equal to n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times t. Okay, so Sn is equal to n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times t, and this is equal to 13 by 2 times 2 into pi by 2 plus 13 minus 1 times pi by 2. Okay, so here we use this formula and put all values of a, d, and n. Okay, so here S13, this is equal to 13 by 2 into pi plus 12 pi by 2. Okay, and this is equal to 13 by 2 times 7 pi. And this is equal to 91 pi divided by 2. And this is equal to 91 times 22 divided by 2 into 7. And this is equal to 13 into 11. And this is equal to 143. Okay. So therefore, the length of such spiral of 13 consecutive semicircles will be 143 centimeter. Okay, so the length of such spiral of 13 consecutive semicircles will be 143 centimeter. Now let us move to question number 19. So in this question, it's said to us 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. Okay, so we have 200 logs that are stacked in this manner. So 20 logs are in bottom row. So in bottom row there we have 20 logs, and in next row we have 19 logs, and in next row we have 18 logs to it, and so on. Okay, see figure 1. So for this we have 20 logs, for this we have 19 logs, for this we have 18 logs. 18 logs. Okay, so here we have 20 logs, here we have 19 logs, and here we have 18 logs, and so on. So in how many rows are the 200 logs placed, and how many logs are in the top row? Okay, so here we have two questions that we have asked. In how many rows are the 200 logs placed, and how many logs are in the top row? Okay, so here it can be observed that the numbers of logs in rows are in an AP. Okay, 20, 19, 18, dot dot dot. So for this AP, the first term A is equal to 20, and the common difference D is equal to A2 minus A1. That is equal to 19 minus 20. That is equal to minus 1. Okay, so let a total of 200 logs be placed in rows. Okay, so Sn this is equal to 200, and we know this formula. Sn this is equal to n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, and it implies 200 this is equal to n by 2 times 2 into 20 plus n minus 1 times minus 1, and this implies 400 this is equal to n into 40 minus n plus 1, and it implies 400 this is equal to n times 41 minus n, and it implies 400 this is equal to 41n minus n square. Okay, so it implies n square minus 41n plus 400 this is equal to 0. So we get this quadratic equation. So now we can solve this quadratic equation by using factorization method. Okay, so first we factorize this quadratic polynomial by using splitting the middle terms. Okay, so here we can split the middle term minus 41 n, this is as minus 16n minus 25n. Okay, so n square minus 16n minus 25n plus 400 this is equal to 0, and it implies n times n minus 16 minus 25 times n minus 16 this is equal to 0, and it implies n minus 16 times n minus 25 this is equal to 0. So either n minus 16 is equal to 0 or n minus 25 is equal to 0. So it implies either n is equal to 16 or n is equal to 25. Okay, so here we get two values of n. One is 16 and other is 25. So the nth term en this is equal to a plus n minus 1 times t, and a16 this is equal to 20 plus 16 minus 1 times minus 1, and it implies a16 this is equal to 20 minus 15, and that is a16 is equal to 5. Similarly, a25 this is equal to 20 plus 25 minus 1 times minus 1, and it implies a25 this is equal to 20 minus 24. Okay, so a25 this is equal to minus 4. So clearly the number of logs in 16 row is 5, and however the number of logs in 25 fifth row is negative, which is not possible. Okay, so therefore 200 logs can be placed in 16 rows, and the number of logs in the 16 row is 5. Okay, so here the number 200 logs can be placed in 16 rows, and number of logs in the 16 row is 5. And now in question number 20, so it said to us, in a potato race, a basket is placed at the starting point, which is 5 meters from the first potato, and other potatoes are placed 3 meters apart in a straight line. So there are 10 potatoes in the line that you see in figure 5.6. Okay, so in this line we have 10 potatoes that are placed in this line. Okay, so here here in a potato race, our bucket are placed as a starting point. So here we have a bucket, okay, which is 5 meter from the first potato. So from this potato, the distance is 5 meter, and the other potatoes are placed 3 meter apart in a straight line. And the distance from first potato to second potato is 3 meter. This to this 3 meter, this to this 3 meter, this to this 3 meter, this to this 3 meter. Okay. So now our competitors start from the bucket, pick up the nearest potato, runs back with it, drops it on the bucket, and runs back to pick up the next potato. Okay, and runs to the bucket to drop it in, and C continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. So, what is the total distance the competitor has to run? So here we have asked what is the total distance the competitor has to run. Okay. So here we have given this hint to pick up the first potato and the second potato. The total distance run by a competitor is 2 into 5 plus 2 into 5 plus 3. Okay. So if we use this hint, then we can solve this problem easily. So here the distance of potatoes are as follows: 5, 8, 11, 14, dot dot dot. So it can be observed that these distances 5, 5, 8, 11, 14, dot dot dot, they actually form an AP. Okay, so it can be observed that these distances are in AP. Now here the first term E is equal to 5 and the common difference D, this is equal to 8 minus 5, that is equal to 3. Okay, and we know the sum of first n terms Sn, this is equal to n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times t, and it implies S10, this is equal to 10 by 2 times 2 into 5 plus 10 minus 1 times 3, that is equal to 5 times 10 plus 9 into 3, and this is equal to 5 times 10 plus 27, and this is equal to 5 into 37, this is equal to 185. Okay, so the sum of first and 10 potatoes, sum of S10 is equal to 185, as every time C has to run back to the bucket, and therefore the total distance that the competitor has to run will be 2 times of it, that is 2 times 185. Okay, so total distance that has to run will be 2 into 185. Therefore, total distance that the competitor will run 2 into 185, that is equal to 370 meter. And we can think alternatively. Okay, so the distances of potatoes from the bucket are 5, 8, 11, 14, dot dot dot. So the distance run by the competitor for collecting these potatoes are 2 times of the distance at which the potatoes have been kept. Okay, so therefore the distance to be run are 10, 16, 20, 28, 34, dot dot dot. And here the first term is 10, and the common difference D is equal to 16 minus 10, that is equal to 6. Okay, so S10 S10 is equal to 10 by 2 times 2 plus 10 minus 1 times 6, and this is equal to 5 times 20 plus 54. Okay, now this is equal to 5 times 6 to 74, and this is equal to 370. So therefore the competitor will run a total distance of 370 meter. So here I stop this lecture. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you very much to all of you.